During the last 200 years, Douwes Fine Art has been specializing in 5 centuries of paintings, different cultures. Amongst them are Russian paintings, Chinese paintings, and in the last 10 years, because we have been participating in a Shanghai art fair, we have just opened a joint gallery in Hong Kong. We felt that we would like to focus a little more on Chinese painting. Interesting to notice that in the mid-50s, in the 1955, roughly speaking, the Russians sent over one of their most famous painters, Maximov, and Maximov was granted the task to set up the Art Academy in Beijing. He did a very good job at the time, lived there for a couple of years, and slowly moved back to Russia. Meanwhile, the Chinese were able to develop their own style. Of course, we know everything about the Cultural Revolution in the 70s, but actually in the last 20-30 years, the Chinese developed indeed their own style, very modernistic sometimes, lots of symbolism to do with the way they live in China, the way they think about politics. So there's a lot of character in these paintings. And behind me you see one of these monumental paintings by Zhu Yiyong, a painter who was born in 1957 and who had one of his best friends helping him painting and expression and exhibitions. And this particular friend was conscribed, let's say, to the Chinese army one day, and both were sharing very philosophical, idealistic thoughts about society, about politics, and therefore they said to each other, look, whatever happens, we will stick together, and when you come back, we will continue, a similar relationship, and we can have fun in discussing, let's say, the world. After 1 year, this friend, whom you see here on this wonderful painting, he came back to the painter, and this painter friend felt that he changed dramatically. Therefore, it sort of spun off the idea for this painter to make a series of his own friend to show, how much he changed. And that change is very visible in this particular painting. You see, for instance, the 2 big hands on the either side of his head. Those are the hands of the painter, and he shows the Chinese symbol, let's say, in the form of this red cross. And he would like actually to let us know and to let his other friend know how much he is all of a sudden focusing on national politics, which of course came during the time that he was in the army. Basically, he might have been brainwashed. At least he was focusing on completely different ideas. You can also see that he's wearing glasses, but one of the glasses is very opaque. The other one you can just about look through. Also symbolically showing that he has a blurry vision of the reality. You also look at this wonderful face. This is a very typical Chinese face with the smile expression that they would like to keep as long as they can, because they feel that emotions should not really be shown too often. And look at the wonderful set of teeth, for instance, beautiful lips and nose and ears, just to show how perfect this soldier really felt that he was. And meanwhile, the painter Yiyong, he did this series about 7 paintings. This is, I think, one of the best ways, of those expressions that he painted. It is monumental in size. It should perhaps be in a wonderful collection in Europe or in America. And Douwes will continue to focus on good Chinese paintings. We always like to compare things with, let's say, old masters. We would like to hang things together so that we can relativate the expression that art will always, give us in our lifetime.